Okay, we'll just wait and then chit chat. I'll just keep asking questions to people. Okay, we have a Dospol. Dospol, hi Dospol. Do you have a microphone? Are you able to talk? No, you have only a video. Yeah, no problem. Camila, how about you? Do you have a? Who wants to say hi, guys? Who wants to say hi from new joiners? I know we have some people from prayers. Cool. People are joining. Hi, Akon. Welcome.
Hi. So are you in Seattle? How's the weather and everything in Seattle?
Now it is good. Summertime Seattle is maybe one of the best places. More like Bishkek or more like a second. But California is California, especially South Park though. Right? So how long have you been in the USA though?
So it's 1.5 years.
1.5 years, okay, cool.
Yeah. I came just before COVID and yeah, now I'm here.
Okay. Cool. We'll start. Thank you for joining all of you. So today, what we do, we have speakers. We'll go over all speakers and then we'll just explain. So think about it. This is not an official. This is more like a friendly environment. So please shoot any of your questions. Okay. So first thing is first, I will be talking about general SATEC or what are we trying to do here. So after each section, we will we'll ask people if they have questions. So we'll give a specific time. Cool. One second. Oh, we have some Max joined. Hi, Farhad.
Hi, guys. Hi, Murat.
Hi. Okay, I would like to share my screen so we can start. Okay. Are you guys able to see my screen? Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Welcome again, guys. Welcome again. So if you guys have questions, we will answer after each topic, okay? So I would like to start talking about what is SATEC. Okay, by the way, while I'm talking, if any new person joins, I will just admit it. So sometimes I will playing with my mouse. Cool, SATEC. SATEC is a boot camp. So what we do here is we teach everybody to become, well, technically we help people to change their lifestyle or to change their career. Or we help, even though if they learn from other places, so even though if they have degree, we help them to get a job. So I would like to start talking about a little bit behind, like why boot camps. So I mean, myself, I graduated from Turkey. I went to, my path is more like traditional path. I graduated from computer science in Turkey. Then I moved to USA for a master. Then I started working here. So more than 10 years, I live in the USA. So what happened is technology changed, technology improved so fast that universities, colleges couldn't catch the technology because real life, everything is so fast. So there was a huge gap between universities and then real life problems. Because technology is changing really fast. University curriculum is going like really slow, especially when it comes to some specific, not only like whole tech industry, but more specific department. For example, of web applications, like building mobile applications, or be building any kind of web applications. Technology changes so fast, right? Because 2006 we had iPhone 6, which iPhone 3GS, technically first iPhone, which means right now people, I mean, after that time, people started using mobile phones to go to internet, to go to websites, which means companies, they had to provide service for them, right? For example, what? Facebook, Instagram. So most of our time right now, we are spending on using some kind of a website or web application. And then all these websites, web applications are built or designed by software developers. So without going too deep, they're like, while you are developing, right? There are a lot of different phases of developers. So for example, let's say software developers, they design, they develop, they write a code. They write code, for example, Facebook. Software developers build the whole Facebook. Okay, and then we have testers. So QA engineers. QA engineers, after software engineers build web applications or tools, they have to software like QA developers or QA engineers, they test the system. And then like Linux or like DevOps, others, they take our code and then they push to some kind of server or like cloud. So our code will be living there more properly. So eventually, if you guys coming to like a core base, like software developer is a person who does the main job. Okay. So that's why like a lot of boot camps came up, a lot of boot camps, like American boot camps, a lot of like different kind of boot camps, and each boot camp, they have their own visions, own missions. And most US boot camps, their goal is to prepare you for to make from you like perfect junior developer. Technically, think about it, after university, you're gonna be a junior developer. Just like that, other boot camps are saying that, well, rather than going to universities, you can come to us, study with us, and then try to find a job. But think about it, all those boot camps, just like a university. Just because you graduate from these boot camps doesn't mean a job is waiting for you. Because so far we helped a lot of people that they already graduated from universities, or they already have a degree or something, they already have knowledge. But people say that, well, there are a lot of engineers, like companies need a lot of engineers, like market, like demand is huge. It is, demand is huge, but most of companies still want to hire somebody with a little bit of experience. Okay, with a little bit of experience. Nobody wants to hire with a zero, because they don't want to invest in you. So other bootcamps, usually they do like they try to like instead of university, you can go to bootcamp. That there they sit. And our situation, we saw the opportunity that people actually can learn on their own. But the problem is, even though you graduate from any kind of boot camps, it is really hard to find a job. So we would like to help that teach and find a job. That was our motto. Our motto was like, if you graduate successfully from SATEC, you shouldn't have problem to find a job. Or when you graduate successfully, your job is waiting for you, because we prepare you. And then we have 3 months internship projects, which means when you graduate, you're not gonna just graduate, you're not gonna have like just a diploma. You will have a professional reference, and then already learning all technologies. Okay, that's why we are saying openly, publicly that we guarantee a job, because, well, technically we cannot guarantee a job, but all successful graduate students found jobs already, or they are on market recently, which means you will be working with us, or we will be working with you till you find the job. Okay, till you find the job, we will be working with you. We have some new people. Okay. So why software developer? Because software developer is one of the most highest tech job, highest paying tech job. And then it is easier to learn. Well, when I say it is easier to learn, I am comparing not a total software, but whatever we teach here. For example, we teach here more like full stack, but focus it like front end. So our whatever we teach, it is easier to learn, but there is still career depths or like growth. So it is one of the highest paid tech job, and it's easier to learn. And then companies do not require a degree. Like just one person is still required. Usually they ask either degree or some kind of experience, which we provide. And then we have a demand. So a demand is, so this is actually from, oops. This is actually from US Bureau of Labor Statistics, which means by 2020, that the demand for software developers will grow by 22%. Okay. So I would like to go and then, well, these are the salaries. And by the way, these are the median pay, not the minimum, not the maximum one. Median, like average payment for software developers. Most payment, like of course, it's a Bay Area and then more like Seattle, but at the end of the day, it's not really doesn't matter where it is. It's more like your own knowledge. Okay, it's all knowledge. This is the high level, like general information about. Okay. Okay. So I would like to talk about schedule. Okay. We teach 6 months. The whole bootcamp is 6 months, which means every day, Monday to Friday, at 5 p.m. till 8 p.m. So technically every day evenings. So even though if you work, you can still participate to the class because it's the evenings, but we have extra classes on weekends sometimes or on regular days. And we'll be like, when you go to market, like every week you will be having one-on-one meeting every weekend. Every weekend we'll have like one-on-one meeting, making sure that what is going on, like is the interview that you failed, or like is the interview that they don't question and that you couldn't answer, or how you should answer. So our most of well, we have students who graduated from other boot camps or even like university, and but they're coming to us because they're that mentors. For example, I can literally tell we know most interview questions, like what kind of questions are asking, and then we built a system. We built a system with similar to those and like real life questions, real life samples, and we literally know who's gonna find the job and how long it's gonna take to find the job based on your own knowledge. So 6 months, 5 months is study, 1 month is intense interview preparation. And we even support after placement. So right now, people who already found jobs, they are participating our weekend meeting every weekend, and then they are coming, and then we are supporting them, or technically, or just like mentors. So in 6 months, what you will be learning. So we'll start fundamentals of web development, which means HTML, CSS. So first month, HTML, CSS, And then second one is JavaScript. Then we start learning React and then other tools. And then depends on the situation, we go more like backend or full stack with Node.js. And then we do algorithms to improve your problem solving skills. So we teach exactly what market requires right now, because I was working in this industry more than 10 years. In the last 3 years, I was working at Amazon as a senior software engineer, and I was I was doing these interviews. I was asking questions to others. So we literally know what kind of questions you will be asked. So I would like to go over more detail. This is a 6 months kind of, not exactly kind of program. So first month, we'll be learning HTML, CSS. You will have a lot of like quizzes and then homeworks. And then we'll start learning JavaScript. And then we could go to backend and then React, then all career. For every time we have like with us or with our system, you say quizzes. So you can keep doing these quizzes. In like problem solving, like algorithms. So we teach a lot of things. And sometimes you may feel like overwhelmed, but we always help you to more like show you the right direction so we don't get overwhelmed. And then we have internship projects, which are the most important things of this bootcamp, because as I know, other bootcamps don't provide, or they cannot provide this kind of things because they don't have resources. And then we have also self-practice questions. We have more than like 300 questions. You can just sit on your own and keep solving it. And then we have all test cases. We'll be tracking your daily basis. And most important thing is like, we don't only teach theoretical, like we have a lot of practice. So when you graduate, like you will have actually more calculating a small projects, and you'll be finishing more than 100 projects in total. And you will be having internship opportunities at our partner companies. So we have like previous companies, and we have a couple other companies joining to our partnership. And then so these companies are more like part of projects. So sometimes, for example, Java is a like pretty big e-commerce company. A pretty e-commerce company, and then we, for example, in the previous cohorts after graduation, we sent 3 or 4 people to there. And then even after graduation, they worked as an intern there more than 4 or 5 months. So it was like real work there. For example, Ursi being is also e-commerce company, and then it was actually we as a group, we created that startup, and it's still working. And the Fixinity is a on-demand car fixing company. We created that startup 4 years ago in California. And that startup is slowly still working. And then we have projects up there. And then we have other like projects are coming, like e-commerce for the Central Asian people, or music application, and like a truck fleet management company. And then we have a couple others waiting for us to finish or to start this kind of things. Because important thing on this internships, we provide professional references, because right now, without professional references, without background, it is hard to find jobs. Average salary of our alumni is around 120K. This is the average salary right after graduation. But in general, salary range is between like 75, 80, and then until 200K. In companies, our grads work currently, or they all do work there. So Microsoft, Facebook, PayPal, Gap, and all these eBay, Coinbase, all these companies. We just didn't put these logos, but our actual grads are working, or already worked in these companies, either full-time or on contract positions. But we always say, name of the company is not important. Salary in the beginning is not important. We want you guys to get eventually more than 200, more than 300. Because I know people, software developers who make more than 400 or 500 because there is no actual limit. If you go to other, not only industry, but rather than like software developers, if you go to other departments, there's always a limit. But in software developer, there is no limit. Well, unless managers, they don't have limit, but software developers also, they have limit. If you keep working in top companies, other companies, and then keep showing the good performance, this is real that in after like being senior in the higher level, till $500,000 you can make annual salaries. I would like to talk about what we provide as Saytech. So we always said important thing is a reference. Okay, even though if you worked, like what project, because references usually, for example, we are a legal company, and then all our partners or like projects, they are illegal. So officially we can provide the professional references. Officially we can provide professional references, which is a huge advantage. And then we do mock interviews. We do a lot of mock interviews, and eventually you will understand that we literally give you, while, for example, while preparing together, we give you not only the questions, we give you what are your answers should be. Because usually mock interviews goes, mock interviews go like this. You go there, you get interviewed by other people, and then you'll just realize that if you, where are your mistakes. But in our situation, when you do mock interviews, we'll give you questions, and then you'll come up your own answers. And then together we fix your answers one by one. So at the end, you'll have the best answer. Our goal is, and when we go to market, we usually tell that your answer should be like a machine gun. So all our students, when they go like top market, they will be like a machine, like a gun machine. So any question, they have answer. So we're gonna prepare to that level, because knowledge is different. Knowledge is different, but selling those knowledge and another thing. Because your value could be like really high. And you might be like 100 out of 100, but maybe you are selling yourself only to 70. And we would like to make sure that to sell you exactly on your value. Okay, exactly on your value. We don't want to sell you more than you, because we don't want you to, after finding a job, to struggle because your technical level was not that level. We don't want to now. We want to naturally grow. That's why after graduation, we will be telling literally that, for example, your level is this level. You can do this job, but that job, you cannot do that one. Because this is the one-on-one mentorship you will be getting it. Literally, what kind of jobs you can do it, or where you should apply, or like technical, like until what level, what is your range. Okay, so when you go to interviews, companies, they don't provide you feedback. Nobody provides the feedback. Why? Because when they provide the feedback, you may get defensive, and then you may hate that company. Why they need you? They don't want it. That's why they just don't provide you. Even though you failed, they're like, nope, we cannot say anything, you just failed. But to fix this problem, what we do is, we'll be asking, okay, what kind of question you've been asked, and what was your answer? And we'll be providing, okay, this answer doesn't go there. You should have like different answer. So like real time, we'll be providing feedbacks, and then you'll be improving. So because let's say you went to another interview, but you failed. They didn't provide the why you failed. You go another interview, and then you still fail again because you didn't know what was your mistake. And then after every interview, we go over and then finding out in the beginning we prepare, right? But when you go to the market, also like we adjust. Each time we keep adjusting you until you become that software engineer where they would like to hire you. Okay? Resume preparation is also important. So far, like resume preparation is, for example, right, at the end of the day, when recruiters check your resume, they have maximum 5 seconds. So 5 seconds, they will just check it. If they don't like it, then you're gone. Even though you graduate from like mid-level bachelor degree or like universities or like master, it doesn't really matter, because your resume should be either like top universities, or either they should like exact the things that what they are looking for, or how, because we have experience how to make them how to make your resume look like, what recruiters, I mean, what kind of resumes recruiters are looking for. Because at the end of the day, all this information knowledge comes from experience, and we are on market more than 3-4 years. But before that, it's official, but before that one, we'll be helping students outside of US to bringing to USA in a preparation for interviews. Okay, I would like to talk about programs. So this, we have like a couple of different programs which would like more agile to make sure that everybody, as long as it fits your own thing. So most popular one is you pay more like $1,000 per month for like studying, but you pay $1,000 down payment, so 7,000 while studying. That's 7,000 while studying, which means either you study full-time, which is 6 months, or part-time, which is 12 months, or you studied 6 months, but you realize that with our help, we realize that you're still not ready for the market. And if you would like to repeat again for free, then we will make sure that it also happens. So you'll be paying more or less like 1,000 per month. And then after graduation, we will get 15% of your annual salary, gross annual salary, which means we'll be providing all information. So this is most popular one. Usually people, they go with this. Okay.
May I ask a question?
Yes, sure.
So 15% of just 1 year salary, or
it's 15% of your annual, yes, 1 year salary. So let's say for next, after finding a job for 12 months, you'll be paying 10% of 15% of your each month's salary for next 12 months. So because we have by the way, these prices we increase it because we already proved that everybody who graduates successful, they are finding jobs. And for example, I can tell you one story about that one. I had one of my friend. He graduated from the university here, like computer science. But when he went to market, they were telling them X amount. He could still start working with X amount. X amount was not that bad. But after our conversation, I told him that if you want, you can still work like that. It's pretty, I mean, not bad. But if you want, let's use our mentorship program, because you don't need to study 6 months. Only thing you need to is you just don't know how to find companies, and then you just know how to attract these top companies and how to get more money for your value. So for this kind of situation, if you already, for example, if you already have a background, or sometimes it happens that, let's say you already started working with that, you found a job, you're working, but after like 6 months, after a year, you would like to go next level. You're like, I'm good right now, but I would like to increase my salary. I would like to go to like top companies. because there's another program for that one. So for this kind of things, we could do like mentorship. In the beginning, you pay 2,000, and then we come up with a plan. We'll keep tracking you. So for example, that one person in 2 months, he doubled his salary. So before us, the company is offering him X money, and I told you that, well, I can make it 2X. I can make it 2X, and we start working after 2 months. You get a job with more than 2X actually, 2.5X. Well, because why at the end of the day, it is all about creating that demand, and then it's all about like finding out what they want, and then going to that direction. So at the end, it is all about knowing the niche market and prepare for that, which we have a pretty good experience. So that is the mentorship program. If you already graduated or if you're already working, you would like to still increase your salary or change company, that is the program for you. And then first one, like weekend classes. So soon we are opening weekend classes, which means, let's say somebody already working in other companies and you just would like to learn. Okay, you just would like to learn. If you don't want to find a job, just learn from us. Like we teach all like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, all everything. If you want only learn, then you can just pay $350. And this is just for monthly, $300 monthly. In the only weekends, we just keep learning with us using our portal. But if you want to find a job with us or after this, then again, 15% of your salary. Then, for example, right now, our new cohort starts on July. But before July, we have a couple months. We have students that they don't want to wait till July. They would like to start as soon as possible. So that would be the best program for them is $300 per month. So for example, let's say Ulan wants to start on July, but he doesn't want to wait it. What he does is paying $200 per month and then start using our portal because we have a learning online learning portal. And then let's say Ulan paid $600 till July. So when July comes, when Ulan starts working and studying with us, then that $600 will go first month of tuition. Will go the part of this tuition. So we just want the people in advance because we'll be reimbursing them. Just start the learning on their own because it's all the way. So our interest, right? Most boot camps, they are more like, okay, we'll find the job. Most boot camps more like this. They have 100 people, 500 people graduate, and then they just send everybody to the market. Whoever finds a job, whoever finds. As long as that the finding numbers are pretty good, they are okay with it because they are marketing or their target is those people. But in our situation, we don't want to do like that. We would like to make sure that if you graduate from Saytech successful, then you will have a job. Because we already built a brand under this motto. If you graduate with us successfully in between 2 weeks to like maximum 6 months, but usually people are finding between after going market right now, between 2 weeks and then 2 months, people are finding us. So these are the reality of our bootcamp right now. So at 10th it is a Saytech, and then we guarantee a job. So this is my presentation, and thank you for all listening. So right now we have other presenters, but before that one, anybody has any questions? No questions. Okay, then let's do next presenter. Let's do next presenter.
I am sorry. Do you hear me?
Yes. Go ahead, Camila.
Sorry. Okay. This is Camila. I live in Florida, so your time is going to be every day from 5 to 8. My time is going to be 8 to 11, I think. 3 hours difference we have. Is there any way I can like start it during the day or morning time?
Yes.
If I can meet
really good question. Thank you, Camila. Really good question. So Yes, we live in well, our class starts 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. based on Pacific time zone, but all classes are recorded, so you can watch later. And then we have right now we have like about 3 or 4 extra classes. So almost every day we are having extra classes, so we can catch up with the group. Soon our student Manya will be presenting it. So she'll go over more like how to be a student with us.
So I can study, as I understood, I can study every day, like during the day or morning, just to see whatever was recorded yesterday.
Yes, it's a different right. I would like to actually, before going too deep, I would like to do this. I would like to share my screen so you guys can see the real our website. So this is our learning portal. This is our learning portal. So for example, dashboard shows that all teams and then like who is solving what kind of projects. And then who is solving like we have like a lot of different so like classes. So we have, for example, list of projects, list of quizzes that you should do. So we have a lot of quizzes. So this is projects, for example, the homeworks, projects, and then other things. This is just for one JavaScript. And for React, we have the same exact thing. So we'll be tracking everything one by one. And then we have also like practice questions. So just like I told you before, like we have more than 300 questions. So on your own, you'll be keep writing it. So when you, for example, when you solve questions and then when you click run, it will say that what is your problem. So our system is already built to track it or to help you on your own. So you should be able to work without any problem. And we have all everything and then keep working together. Yeah. Thank you. Any other questions? Go ahead.
But you told it's going to be different rate.
What was it?
You told that it's going to be a different rate if I'll just see the recorded ones every day.
So if for example, if you would like to okay, so we have like a couple of different programs, right? If you would like to, if you don't want to join our class, just use our portal on your own. But eventually we don't guarantee a job, right? But if you would like to find a job with us, then that would be different. But usually what we say is like just use like our like main class, which will be every day classes. We have extra classes, we have the group projects, we have all internship projects. So if you missed the class, you can watch again. And we have extra classes, you can solve all these questions together. Okay, any other questions?
Is it possible that I work full time right now and then, I mean, to study full time at your school and to work? Is it possible to combine?
Yeah,
or it's better to quit my job?
We have students who work full time and then do that one. How about you can call me after this or tomorrow so we can talk more in details.
Yeah, that's going to be great, but I don't have your phone number.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Thank you. Okay, so right now I would like to introduce Farhad. Well, Farhad is a great guy. He helps a lot of our to his peers how to prepare, how to find a job. Like he built a system. Technically, he wrote a book how to pass an interview. And his system is like so good, and then we start adjusting our system on top of his system. So I'd like to introduce Farhad. Welcome.
Yeah. Hi, Marat. Thank you very much. Yeah. Hi, guys. My name is Farhad Salif. I'm front-end developer right now in San Diego, California. Yeah, and I didn't have any background before. Like I started learning at SATEC school. And now I'm happy. I'm front-end developer. I landed my job like a month ago. Yeah, it's my first job. Yes, as Marat told, when I started to study, I wasn't the best in the class. I mean, I wasn't the best student because I didn't have any background and I didn't even prepare for the boot camp. And I was creating the notes for myself for every topic we covered. And whenever the instructor will ask me, I mean, about the question, or whenever I need to create the project, and I just take a look on these notes, and I refresh all the knowledge that I learned. I didn't spend the time like just Googling from the beginning, just was creating the notes. And at the end of the bootcamp, I structured these notes, and it's become kind of book in Excel. And every morning I was reading these notes, and this really helped me to land my job. I mean, whenever the interviewer were asking me the questions, I was just giving the answer right away, because yes, it helped me a lot. And also just creating my personal website in the end of the bootcamp, working on the portfolio project. I was doing some side projects for myself just to show for the future employer. Yeah, and whenever the Marat or the instructors will offer you to join the project or to do something, yes, something additionally, not just inside of the like a general class, just always say yes, always participate in that project, because it will pay off. It will pay off in the future, because you will get the experience. You will work in that project. Yes, you will not watch the movie in the evening, yes, or you will not go for a walk, but you will get the experience that will be really helpful for you. Yeah, yeah, and always share the knowledge, because when you share with your peers, with your friends, it will. I mean, you will help them. Yes, that's the first thing. Another thing, it's you will improve your knowledge with the explanation knowledge. You will learn how to explain the things, and sometimes you will understand that you probably maybe you don't know this topic and you need to go over again. And my other suggestion probably for the students will be, if you don't understand something right now, and it's really hard topic for you right now, and just rest like for 10-15 minutes and come back. And after that, but if it didn't help also, yeah, just look to the, not look to the answer, yes, and just try to understand that answer. And if you still not getting this one, just take a note for you and come back to this question like after 2 weeks, because after two weeks you will get experience, you will work on the projects, and from that step it will be more easier for you just the topics that was hard in before. Yeah, and
So,
if someone have any questions,
yeah,
I can
if you
answer.
guys have any questions to Farhad, so I can tell one thing about Farhad, because what I realized on Farhad, that, for example, every day when he wakes up, at like this is more like studying, so like self discipline and then self motivation is really important. And Farhad had his own plan. Farhad really not competing with others. He was not really trying to like catch up others, because we're telling that, well, everybody has their own path. You didn't need to compete with the others. So you have one path and then just keep working. For example, Farhad was doing that every time when he wakes up, like, okay, 9 a.m. or like discipline, like 9 a.m., 10 a.m., whatever time is, start working. Think about you guys working right now. Next 6 months, you will be working it. So that kind of mindset, for example, if somebody invites you outside, like, no, I'm working, right? Or this kind of a dedication mindset helped Farhad to find the job in 2 weeks, right after right after graduation. So we have a couple of other people who found in like within a short term, but usually it is like between 2 weeks and then 2 or 3 months. So any questions to Farhad? Okay, thank you, Farhad. It was a great news. How's work, by the way?
Yep. Good. Yeah, it's everything is great. Thank you. Yeah.
Cool. So we would like to I would like to introduce you guys Manyer. Hi Manyer, are you here? Okay. So Manya is our current student and she would like
Hi
to
everyone.
go over.
Yeah, I am one of the students of current cohort. We're about 30 students, I think, and before I didn't have any background. I'm from Kazakhstan, and recently I moved to USA. And after I moved to USA, I was searching for opportunity, how to grow, how to establish myself, how to find I was looking for the industry where I could start over again, because before whatever the job I was doing in Kazakhstan, it was really hard to apply it here. So that's why I was like, okay, what can I do now? So I was looking for different boot camps. I think in my list, there were like 10 boot camps, around 10 boot camps for sure. I talked to everyone. I talked to every representative of each boot camp in USA. Also, there were like DevOps, there were QA, there were like different types, like different spheres of IT. Then I stopped my choice. Like I came to CTech. I got to know about CTech from a conference in Chicago. There was a conference by Kyrgyz community. Manas, yeah, I think. Was it Manas?
Muras, yeah, it was
Yeah,
Muras.
Muras. Yeah, so there I watched the video with Marat and I died. Then I was like, wow, I really want to learn from these people, because I just had this connection with them. So that's why I was like, okay, I want to go there and I need to talk to these people. Then I contacted Marat and everything looked very good, especially internship part. Yeah, that's very true, that when I was researching other boot camps, I couldn't find any boot camp that was offering internship as a part of the curriculum. So that's why I really like highly stressing out this part, because you need real experience. You need experience of working in a team or on a like real project. You need this challenge of working environment, you know. So that's why I was like, okay, this looks very legit to me, because yeah, and I also like so I was also looking at the different interviews of each boot camps. So that's why I came to CTech. Now we are on the third month. I think we are finishing third month. It was challenging. Like in the beginning, it was all great. Like we were learning HTML, CSS, and it was all fun. Now we're going to JavaScript and React, and it's getting more and more hard, like more difficult, more challenging. But this is something I was prepared for, because if it's not challenging, if the program is too easy, you need to know that everyone can do it. And if it's too easy, then if it's not challenging at all, then it means that you're not pushing yourself too hard. It means that there is gonna be a huge competition when you go out to the market. So that's why I was prepared for the challenge. So CTech has all the tools and all the instruments that you need to learn how to program, because before I was like so far away from this industry, from coding, and all I could do just open my notebook, like I'll open my laptop and just watch movies. That was the level of my interaction with computer. So, but now I really understand what I'm like, the codes, and like you will sit with CTech, you will like really like learn step by step, and you'll not even notice yourself how you're like increasing your knowledge. Yeah, as Marat showed you, they have really good portal where you can watch your own progress. You can say, okay, here I need to push more. Here I need to like, there will be like projects, there will be tests, quizzes, also different like group projects. Those are very important too, because with group projects you can increase your communication skills, develop your communication skills, interpersonal skills also, like, because there will be different people from different backgrounds. You need to like communicate with them as well. That's very important too, because in the big companies they pay a lot of attention to not only to coding, also to the personal how to say, like, communication skills, like soft skills. So that part is also like taken care of. What else? So that's like all the good stuff that CETEC offers, but also you need to be prepared for the stress and for the moments when you get overwhelmed. Like, there are like, I think there is no one who will say like who doesn't doubt themselves. You know, sometimes you will get this feeling of when you're like, can I do it? Like, am I really gonna be able to code? I think this is the questions that everybody asks themselves. So just be prepared for that. Yeah. We just CETEC also offers you this good community, you know, really like nice people that always support each other. Not, you will get not only support from your mentors, but also from your group members, other people. Like, I met so many cool people here, such like from all over America, all over, like from Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Turkey, like a lot of awesome people. And you know that you have the same struggle, the same you're working with, not only like, you're not only fighting like the code, you're also fighting with yourself, because you know that, okay, today I need to homework like tomorrow I need to wake up, I need to do it again. Day after tomorrow I need to wake up and I need to do it again. But you know that in this like, how to say, in this struggle, you're not alone. You have a lot of people around you, and yeah, they will always get support from each other. That's a great part. And also mentors are really good. Marat is a very good mentor. Also we have Asiela, we have Tanar. Tanar will help you to solve algorithms. He will, like, how to say, to level up your algorithm, like this skills, which is also very important. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you, Wanya. It was a great speech. I would clap for this speech. Thank you. It was a really great, like, internal inside information to people, right? Because technically, I would like to know. Like, people, like, what is waiting for you if you join and when you join, because it's technically this are the real, because like as you said, like, struggle, right? And sometimes, like, sometimes when I talk to people, a couple of people ask me like, hey Mara, sometimes I think that I don't think I can be an engineer. And I'm like, it's weird, because sometimes I have that feeling too. Sometimes I also think that, yeah, I think I'm not a good engineer. So I think we should always adopt that there should be more, like, there should be more, that I should always grow. And one of the good thing or bad thing depends on situation, right? And in this industry, you should always be learning, or you should always be
That's
open
true.
to learn new things. Because it's not like you learn here and then you're just using this as in your work. No, even at work, constantly you will be keep learning. So by the way, here we didn't teach you to write perfect code. We didn't teach that one. We teach how to find out mistakes and how to fix mistakes, because everybody knows that there will be anyway mistakes. We're gonna make mistake, but we all learn out how to fix and find out those mistakes. Cool. Anybody has any questions to Manir? As a current student, she did a great job. Thank you, Manir, for all helping us and then working together. We have a
Thank you.
we are really proud to have all students like you guys. So I would like to give the microphone to Icon. Icon is a real sample. Icon is a real sample where we literally, because like right now, like a couple people come to me and then they say that, well, Murat, in the beginning, all these boot camps, I really didn't believe that they work. Right? I thought you can just learn on your own and then find a job, and which is, well, up to some specific level. Yes, you can learn on your own. But when you go with a mentor, then technically, for example, I learned it like 10, 15 years. When I realized that, well, technically I could learn all whatever I learned in 4 years, more than half. Only thing is if I had the right mentor, I could find out, or I could jump faster. And you could just show like right direction, what I should do, and then you keep doing on that one. So we know I also each other for a long time. So cool. Welcome, Michael.
Hey, hi everyone. My name is Aiko. I am also a former SATEC student. So yeah, let me tell you briefly about myself, and then also I'm gonna answer the questions how to attract top companies, right? I've prepared a little song for you guys to sing together. It's a Justin Bieber song, and I'm just kidding.
I was like, what?
Okay, so yeah, about myself. Yeah, as you guys know, maybe some of you don't know me. I have no bachelor's degree or any computer science degree. Joined SATEC, and then I am currently a senior software engineer at Starbucks. And then previously, I worked in big companies and small companies. These are the big companies that I worked for. By the way, you guys can see my screen.
Yeah, I can see a picture. I like your haircut.
Thank you. So yeah, after graduation, I joined top companies and I experienced, I had time of my life, as I can say. So yeah, these are the companies I worked for: T-Mobile, Committee for Children, Microsoft. I worked twice in Microsoft, and then yeah, currently I'm at Starbucks. This was great journey, and then so my background, I used to be in a lot of fields. I work in a lot of places. Briefly about my childhood, I grew up wanting to be a musician. Then later on, I realized, I want to make money, support my family, myself. Then start waiting tables, and then work as a cook, and then as a technician. I used to work in the malls, fix phones, laptops, computers, everything. Then I realized, who I want to be, right? So popped the question, right? So I said, I really want to become a software developer. Then I started researching a lot of boot camps. And then, as Manir says, there are a lot of boot camps out there. And first thing, I trusted to Murat because he was a guy who I knew. And then in the beginning, I really did not believe that I can become a software developer. Long story short, I'm not going to tell you the whole story, but yeah, I joined SATEC, enrolled into SATEC program, and became a software developer. And then, to answer your question, strategies to attract top companies. First, I divide for subsections, which I want to highlight technologies. SATEC teaches technologies that has high demand in the market. SATEC doesn't teach you that some dead old technology like jQuery or whatever, right? But still they are useful, but SATEC will teach you not everything, but what you should know, right? In my case, we learned React, JavaScript to become a web developer, all the essential juicy technologies. And then the technologists, they're gonna play really essential role because they have really, they are in demand in the market, right? And then based on your resume, you will pass the threshold to interview with top companies, right? And then for top companies, your knowledge is not enough. So there are a lot of criteria such as your experience, how to answer questions, your personality, right? SATEC is going to teach you everything. And then, by the way, I learned a lot of stuff about myself also, how to grow as an engineer and how to handle my problems in my life, as I can say, like critical thinking, all these questions helped me a lot. And then till now, I've gained so much experience, which I'm really grateful. And so, coming back to personality, like asking yourself questions, and then Marat guide me all over my interviews, how to answer, and then how to prepare for the interviews. And then the interview questions and answers, I think I'm not gonna also dive deep because it's on the curriculum, SATEC curriculum. So basically here in this section, Marat is gonna teach you how to prepare your resume, how to prepare yourself, how to answer for questions, and then for technologies, and then there are a lot of other stuff involved, like algorithms, everything. So in my opinion, these are top 4 sections that attracts top companies. And then, yeah, so I took chance in SATEC, and then I really did not believe in myself in the first. I was just testing myself. So let me try it first. People try, so why not, right? And then I tried, and now it's been a really great adventure for me. I don't have any regrets, and I'm grateful for SATEC network because it's expanding every year. I've met also, like Manir says, I've met a lot of great people. So yeah, thanks for SATEC making it happening.
Cool. Thank you, Icon. It was a great presentation. Funny, great presentation, and we changed our mood from serious to like, cool. Anybody has any questions to Icon? Yeah. So Icon is actually, I would like to like tell to Icon that he's like really like an example of yes, well, or maybe I knew him from before, right? So he was a musician in Kyrgyzstan, and I realized that, well, actually, if you're a musician, you should be a good engineer. Why? Because at 10th, we both sit and then just keep doing the same thing again and again, and that's the. So we have whatever we had. For example, usually what we do when it comes to the interviews, we will find out, okay, what is your skill? Like, what are your skills from your previous background? And then we adjust those skills, and then we just help you to improve more like technical skills.
I have a question.
Yes, sure.
So it was a really great presentation.
Thank you.
So my question is, how much time it took you to become a senior engineer?
It is probably years, something like that. Yeah. At first, I joined as a kind of like working all over as junior, mid-level, and now realized if you keep working, you can really fast forward the steps.
Cool. Right now, I call helps. I mean, all like Farhat and who graduate from our bootcamp. Right now, they are mentoring. They're coming to us, and then they're helping others as a mentor. Because and by the way, and then more like 30% of our job offers, they are coming from our previous mentors. For example, they already found jobs, they are working, and they're like, hey, our company is hiring. So sometimes they call our company is hiring, so who I should invite? And we just show the right people. so they can start working on this. Cool. It was a great thing. So I call you worked in a lot of these companies. So which company you liked most?
I like top companies, which they have really good work culture. Its environment is chill. Yeah, but if you're looking for to learn more and then to build stuff more, I think startup companies, you might like it. But in my case, I liked big companies because people are chill and it's
Okay.
everything is.
Actually, Ulan, when Aykul answered, he said like more around year, he became a senior engineer, right? Because in real life, it is pretty hard to become a senior engineer in like less time. So because usually what happens is like first couple years of your career, they will just keep doing like small jobs. Like other words, they just tell like, oh, do these small things and then keep doing while you get experience. And then what we do is we already give you that experience before going there. So when you go there, you will not say, well, I just graduated, I don't know anything, but you will say, I know this, and I can do this. So they will start giving you responsibilities. And then, for example, even like a IQL situation, right? After working a year, I was like, because we constantly check our previous alumni, and then after a year, we're just trying to ask, okay, what is going on? Because this is, I would like to use this more like a mentorship, right? Mentorship, which means after a year, if that person is still doing like same job, usually we say, okay, do you think it's time to jump? Do you want to go to the next level? Because we don't want anybody to sit there on their comfort zone, because we should always keep it growing. With the growth mind, we should always keep going up and up. Cool. Anybody has any questions? I see that some people joined recently. Ibek, welcome. I see we have people from Central Asian who is pretty early right now there. Cool.
May I ask one more question?
Yes. So let's do this, guys. So now official part is finished. Actual official part is finished, and then if you guys don't know, right? We said that whoever participated to this info session, we will give you. We have some gifts. If you guys send us like why, I would like to know your background and your motivation, because we are sending for one person. While they're studying, you don't pay, and you pay only after you find the job. So technically, we'll be investing in one person, which means we would like to know your background. When you say background, we don't care if you have technical background or not. We would like to know that how motivated you are, right? Technically, we're just trying to find out, okay, do you really want to study? And we would like to help you. And I would like to show that we are willing to invest in you. So after find out, because then we guarantee you. So we have one person, but we didn't have time to decide right now because people are still writing or commenting on Facebook. So we'll decide in a week now. So right now, official part is gone. So more like chill, like happy hour style. Okay, but go ahead. I think your microphone is off. I think you wanted to ask question though, right?
Good morning. Hi,
Good morning.
hi all. It's a good opportunity to participate in this seminar. I have a question to Aykul Hasbulatulu. What is your plan to after senior software engineer in Starbucks? What is your destination? Maybe you wanted to senior software engineer. Maybe you wanted to IT manager. What is your destination? How do you think?
Yeah, good question.
Thank you, Ibek. Yeah, right now I am really trying to get to know how to take ownership in the project, how to build everything, and then how the whole system, everything works. And then later on, I want to see if I can become a leader, lead that team. So this is my plan. And then I want to say maybe next 4 years, and then I will see afterwards.
Yeah, cool. So this actually like for example, when people join to a company, we usually what we do is okay. So for 1 year plan is usually you can do this. So after a year, you can evaluate your plan, and then you can go. Because in the beginning, I told the people that if you decide to stick to this or choose this software developer, right? Software developer. Well, this is real, not a secret. This is real that you can make 500K annually, including your bonuses and then salaries. Altogether, in 1 year, salary could be 500K after like senior one, after we having like pretty good experience. So, you could be even up to million, but I just want to tell you a couple of high level things. Like 500 is for all of you working at top companies, and then going to 500 for all of you. It is a realistic plan in next 5 years, 7 years, 8 years. So anybody has any questions? Aybek, you got your answer? Any questions? Okay, so some
Thank
people,
you.
right?
So I have one
Yes.
question about programming language. I see you're proficient in JavaScript, Echo, but what do you advise for new programmers, maybe in who only is starting his career in IT or programming? What we need to learn in first, or maybe we know all programming language. Or how do you think? Thank you.
Thank you. First, I wanna suggest I followed Marat's advice, and then every step of the way he was navigating me. I didn't do much of myself. I was just following what Marat says, and then I would advise the same. If you enroll into SATEC, just follow your teacher. He knows the best, which he made me who I am today. And then I would do the same if I were in your position. So follow Marat, and then yeah, the rest will take care of itself.
Thank you. I see there's a question from Ikram, and the question is like, how would this course be different from DevOps? So DevOps is development and operations. So let's talk about again like Facebook, right? Facebook is a website. Somebody has to build that website. So software developers, like we build that website. And then there are like software testers, like QA assurance testers. They test whatever we built. After they test, then that code should be in some kind of a server or some kind of computer, so all like millions of people can reach to that server and then get that code. I'll get that our code. So DevOps, they take our code and then maintain in that server. So they will make sure that our code is sitting there without any problem. If any problem, more like, for example, so let's say server is down, these kind of things, the DevOps handle it. But actual like developing or actual making that website or application or mobile application, it's a software developer's job. So, okay, we have one question from privately. Okay, thank you. So, the question is, Cycle asked the question like, from starting from which months we're gonna start preparing for what? For interviews? I would like to tell like while we are teaching it, starting from day one, while we are teaching it, usually we say that, okay, this is the knowledge, but the interview question will be this. So you need to know until this level. So what happened in a couple situations, right? I was giving people that, okay, you need to learn this, but I realized that while they are learning on their own, they are taking one thing and then going like too deep one thing. but which was a total unnecessary. Right now, education, like for example, if you want to learn JavaScript, if you want to learn like HTML, says everything is free right now. Even like Harvard has a education slice free. So we're not really selling that the curriculum is free. We're just telling or telling you guys that, okay, let's say you guys have a book, 1,000 pages of book, and then you will have an interview from test or interview from that book. You cannot read the whole 1,000 pages. What we do is we just tell, okay, from this page, read this, from other page, read this. We just like think about more like reading the summary and then understanding the whole of it. So in short term, that's what we do. We just make sure until what level you have to learn what technology and how deep you should go in which one. So we just find out everything and then prepare. So technically, this is my own path. Even though I graduated from computer science, at that time, all computer science students they used it to go and they went to other direction, because that time like building web applications was not that popular. There were just website, new applications. So it was a new part, and then I started going there, which means I learned whatever I do last 15 years, I learned it on my own. Like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, everything I learned on my own. Computer science was just to have a degree. So I really didn't use my computer science. Well, except algorithm class always helps. So we have some, okay, platform. But Talant is asking, okay, so the question is like, we have, if you just learn from our platform, which is what, the 350 or what, for weekend or 200, 200 per month is for people who, if you don't want to wait till July, you would like to start right now, so you can just start working. But for that one, yes, you'll be using our mentors and our resources, because anyway, you will be part of our thing, because we don't want, our goal is we don't want to hear from like anywhere, like there should be like zero, well, there should be any person who would say that I went to say Texas, but I couldn't find a job. You're like, wait, where is that person? Because come here, you have to find a job. Either because usually like boot camps, what happens is you graduate. Our students like that, I graduated from other boot camp, but I didn't know what's going to happen next. I graduated, but I didn't know what to do. I'm trying to reach out to them, but they are really not answering. But in our situation, what's going to happen? Right? We have all of the like Farhat knows, like other grads. In our situation, what happens? When people graduate, we prepare people for market. Some people, because of their own personal reasons, they're not that active. And instead of they are trying to reach out to us, we try to them. We call them one by one. Hey, you graduated, but I mean, are you going to market? They're like, yeah, I don't want to go to market because I have my personal. Okay, so it means what? Next 2 months, finish your personal things, but after 2 months, we'll go market, right? Because we feel accountable, because we are saying that if you graduate, it means you have to find a job. So it means either you didn't graduate, you haven't graduated yet, or you should go on market, or you should have a job. So there is no other ways for us. That's why we are proudly saying that we can guarantee a job. And then we're all like our tuition also sharing costs, which means you'll be paying more part on after you find a job. And then average salary is like 90, 100K. We have a student who found a job around 150. We have a student who found a job around 80. So like 100K, it's pretty good investment in 6 months. Take it like 7 months. So let's go over questions. To be top programmer, do I need to be good at math? Okay, so actually this is a really good question. No, short answer is no. Well, knowing math help to become a good engineer? Yes, it does. But does it require it? No. Because if you're really good at math, then your salary is right now 400K, not 200K. Right? People say like, yeah, I'm not, if you're really good at math, then that skill helps you. Then your salary is 400K right away. Since our math is not that good level, right? We're not going that kind of algorithm. What we do is, let's start with these companies. Okay, like math is basically, for example, right now we are learning more like basic things. Well, for example, what's a perimeter, or like what is like a module? These kind of like technical terms, it will be just easier to understand. But if you have technical background, yeah, of course it helps. But for the in my situation, the moment I realized that, okay, there are other people way more smarter than me. So with my smartness, I cannot catch them. So I had only one thing to do, just hard work, because I knew that I had to work more. And I was told, okay, that okay, they can reach in 1 year. I'll be reaching in 2 years, no problem. You just need to find out your own pace, and then you just keep working on it. Okay, let's go. Or is it? The question is, okay, is it difficult to switch from front end to full stack on? No, it is not. We have students who graduated from us and already working full stack. Or we have students graduated, for example, my wife, she graduated front end bootcamp, but Microsoft, she's doing like a totally C++, total like backend, which I have no idea. I don't know that one. And then learning language is more like learning how to drive. You just, when you learn first your car, it is a little bit harder to learn. But when you learn that car, like learning how to drive a truck, then because you know the techniques, you just learning the like syntax, but logic is same. So like learning another language is not. So you don't need like, you don't need to learn like 5, 6 different languages, like 2 language in the beginning, just 1. For example, my first language was JavaScript. And for me, my goal was, okay, Marat, your goal is you have to know everything in JavaScript. When you become like master in JavaScript, then you can start working. And then right now, if you know JavaScript, that's enough actually. Why? Because using JavaScript, well, we are building website. Using JavaScript, we are building mobile applications for Android and for iOS. Using JavaScript, you are building backend technologies, and using JavaScript, you are building desktop applications. For example, Facebook itself. I'm talking the clients at Facebook, and then the Instagram, and then Airbnb, and then all these like most like applications, they are built by JavaScript. That's why JavaScript has become right now really popular and then growing really fast. So finding jobs doesn't change based on location. So question is, does it change based on location, our job? It does, a little bit, not that too much, but a little bit they change. So for example, San Francisco, and then from other, for example, like, but it really, in the beginning, it's all about the company itself. So. Okay, so we have also, one of the questions was, so actually, we have a student from New Zealand. We have a student, for example, we have a student from Kyrgyzstan. So a student from Kyrgyzstan graduated and started working as an intern in Demirbank right away. So that person already started working in Demirbank. And then we have a student from New Zealand who graduated and then got 2 offers right away and already started working. We have a student from Europe who started working in Europe. And so we have all the experience in Central Asia, in like Asia, Europe, and then US, Canada. Because at that time, we just would like to make sure that you find job and whatever you guys need. Okay, cool. I think we are going more on last questions. Okay, so does Paul Alif ask, how do you think? Okay, actually, this is a really good question. I think like 20, 30 years, like pretty like high level, right? We don't want, right? We're not selling like short-term goal. We are selling like long-term goal. So our more like realistic goal or like a realistic plan for our students. When they start working, their salary will be between 80 to 150. After in 3 years, depends on the situation, it will go between 150 and then 200. In 5 years, then it is between like 300 and then 500, depends on the situation. Then the rest will be, you guys can open create a startup, which will be totally different experience. So that's why what I like one thing here is, which since you guys all focusing to learn one thing, but most likely not that important for you, but it's really valuable in the future. We are building a internship projects, which means we are building a startup. After 5 years, when you come to face that, okay, I would like to build my own startup. At that time, you will realize that, oh, I see. A couple years ago, we built a startup. Now I see that how to build a startup, because we have also experience in launching a successful startup and then applying to YC Combinators and then studied there. So we just want, well, technically, I just want to share whatever I know with people, right? That like, even though, for example, like learning and finding job is a lot different, but I would like to give whatever I have. Because, well, when you like sharing your knowledge and experience, especially if it's free, and that's a good thing. And IT is, yes, Marina asks, the IT is demanding. Yes, it is. Even like after, actually, I showed like in the beginning of presentation, I showed the note that based on the US official labor bureau statistics, in next 10 years, IT like software developer will be growing more than like 22%. And by 240, it will keep growing more. So software developer, it's not gonna end next couple of years, like next 30, 50 years, it's obvious that we'll still keep growing more and more. So I think we are good here. By the way, guys, keep, if you guys have questions, let me text my okay, I would like to go our website and then contact. Please go to saytech.com. And this is our phone. Okay, this is our phone, and you can contact from us, or you can just text or call from us from this mobile phone anytime. We'll either text will be answered. So we'd like to make sure that you all have a good education and at least like taking care really good. And this is, by the way, really a good investment. This website is not working, but you guys can go to Google and then check how much software engineers, so like senior software engineers make at top companies. You'll see the real data. And then we just keep planning to go every one of you, trying to push it there. Cool. Thank you for everybody. If you guys have any questions, feel free. If no questions, then I think it was a really productive position, I think. And then Munir, Haikal, Farhad, thank you all of you. Ulan, Ibek,
Thank you.
all of you guys asking questions. It was a great day.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Please, if you guys see any questions, reach out to us. Okay. Or if you guys have questions right now, I'm here. Okay, I'll just here tell everybody.
Hello.
Please then.
Hello.
Yeah, Aydara, go ahead.
Yeah, I just have a quick question. I just joined the meeting very late, and may I ask if you have saved the Zoom meeting and if you can share that?
What was it? Sorry, what was the question again?
The Zoom meeting, if you save that, and are you going to share?
Oh, I see. I see. You mean the video that recorded video?
Yeah. Yeah. Or just the presentation, I mean, because really I joined pretty late, you know.
I see. Okay. We're gonna put to the website, so I will send you a link. How about please, if you can send the all. Please send us your emails so I can send the video. More info or slide, my slide, including my slide. Please send it from here, either privately or you can send privately from here. So Indra, if you can send your email, I'm gonna send to you that.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank
and just did you have any students from the Middle East?
So far we didn't have that one, but we had students interested from Dubai. But where do you live
in Dubai?
Dubai. So we had some students interested in, but we only found jobs people from like Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, and then from like New Zealand, and then Europe and USA, Canada. So since like Middle East also, since we already know like a kind of Middle East market like Turkey, and then Dubai is also more like similar. As long as you have a work authorization in that country, then we can help you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. Cool. Thank you everybody. Please send me your emails and then I can reach out to you. Thank you guys.